It took me a second try to realize my microphone was muted. Okay. Reiterating again where I left off. Basically, my content will from now on be Transformers and no longer FNAF. That's all I'm trying to get across here. I'm done. I shot like 3 versions of this. Only one of them is up. The other one's literally just muted the entire time. So yes, I shall no longer make FNAF content. And if that displeases you, you're free to go. I know Sun and Musha creators face backlash for leaving the fandom, so I am prepared for this. I was prepared for this when I first made the announcement over on my second channel, where I post my animations, so I'm prepared for the backlash of this, but I really don't mind, because I want to do what I like, which is Transformers content, Zenless Zone Zero, among other things. I'm thinking doing Ninjago, Marvel content, you name it. Everything I've been hyper-obsessing with and put any post on about on Instagram, which also rebranded by the way, so you'll no longer find me under the name. I have tried and I am changing all my links on my card because I have been rebranding on Instagram, so if you follow the Instagram link on my card, it's not gonna work anymore. I will fix that today, hopefully. If not, then remind me, because I will probably not remember. That aside, I also wish to address the fact that I no longer want anybody of my past friends who you've seen on streams be brought up. I got deleted from everyone's lives after they decided to call it quits on me completely, like I never existed on their YouTube channels. Valid, I guess? I don't know. Not really valid, but whatever. I don't erase my friends from existence even after we're no longer friends. Like I haven't deleted the live streams with one of my ex-friends, Sarah, who now does not go by Sarah anymore, so do not try to figure out who they are. I do not go lightly by that. We may have went apart, but I do not want any harm for them. I hope they do find prosperous lives. I have no resentment towards tacos before anybody tries to pin that on me. I have resentment for Kibu. Tacos, I don't know if they wanted this. I have no idea whether they were in on this. All I know is that I think Kibu started this, and I don't care to figure out more because this is bullshit. Personally, everybody thinks so, in my opinion. I don't think you leave off somebody you've been friends with for like 2 years without a proper explanation, with some fumbled words. Could just be me, but I don't do that. So I will also no longer be doing 3-0 group thingies, because I've seen that this prosperous pattern of having a group of friends with just 3 friends always ends in prosperity, disaster, and eventually no longer being friends. This pattern has happened multiple times with Tacos and everything. And I do hope Tacos moves on to have a great life with a lot of subscribers, a lot of fame and everything. I hope they reach what they want to. I can't say the same for Kibu, as I think this is bullshit. I personally don't have any resentment towards Tacos out of the two. I don't agree with the way this was executed. I will never agree with the way this was executed. I shall not hold resentment for something I don't know about. I will hold resentment for Kibu because that I feel like is invalid. Tacos I can't say anything about because we only became friends again after our little problems somewhat recently, so I can't say anything about that. Anyways, yeah. Again, Kibu's and Tacos fans, please do get off my channel. And if any of Kibu's old accounts or family members are still unsubscribed to me, trying to fish out information for no fucking reason other than to be a bitch, just please don't get off of here. I really don't want you here. I if you're gonna leave off like that, do not snoop around on my channels. This is a general thing that I always do. If we're no longer friends, and I know you have the tendency, or you could cause trouble, I immediately is my first request to ask anybody in relation to that to unsubscribe, so as I do not want people up to mess with me on my channels. That does not mean I will let go of my closer friends, such as Molly and Universal, for example, because they are associated with Kibo. I will not do that. Not like that. I will, however, ask everyone that is subscribed, that is associated with Kibo, to gently fuck off. Unless you're friends with me and you're close friends, I have no resentment here. There are exceptions. If you are said exception, or if you want to ask if you're among these exceptions, you can ask about that, and I will answer. However, that's all I want to talk about this, because I've now pulled this for 6 minutes, and then on the other video 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So I think like considerable 11 minutes are enough to discuss this. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm just finishing a drawing of my Ninjago OC Aiko. Yeah, right, one thing I forgot to mention here but have said on community posts, I do not listen to any of the older usernames that were my name. I listen to anything that's in my username or anything that's in my Discord bio. Do not call me by anything you've heard people call me in the past, because I do not take lightly to that. Aside from that, I think that's all that needs to be addressed. Probably. I don't think many people watch my community posts, but there's some information on some community posts about the past months. I have updated on my other channel more than on this one, because I have not felt a need to talk about this on this channel, because, you know, this is my VODs and streaming channel. I do not use this anymore. In the name of forgot the camera swept. I'm trying to point towards Aster. In relation to Aster, please do not no longer draw Aster as my Sona, as Aster has never been my Sona. I also do not wish to receive any more Astero art. The only canon ship that is right is Asoria, I think it was what I called it. Asorion, whatever. Aster and Monster Club Sega Orion. Astero never was really a canon thing in the universe. Astero was more like an alternate universe thing. The canon has always been Orion and Aster. I keep Aster as an OC, however my persona is Kito, for one of which I made an OC for, like a ref sheet thing for. Now, discussing my persona Moon, the newer version, the one with the star pins, the blue and purple hair, the one I've made the pride art with, no longer usable. Please do not draw any art with it anymore. I am moving on from that one as well. Will be moving over to an OC. I have not quite named, but probably will name Kito, as I usually do name said OCs Kito or something in the relation. I am switching personas again. I made that persona because it was supposed to be a symbol of moving on to a new era of life, discovering yourself and everything, and discovering real friends and people you can hang out with. That included Kibo and Tacos, which really made me happy at the time, which is why I decided to make a new persona. Now, with everything that persona stands for being gone, I no longer wish to really use it, as it makes me remember things. I don't wish to remember things. So I shall no longer be using that persona. I will put up a reference eventually. I do have a gacha picture of them and an Angelus World picture of them, but I do not think that counts as a reference in most of y'all's minds. So that's why I haven't yet, personally. But I will eventually. And I will be uploaded on both channels, hopefully, if I don't forget again. But yes, that means I am completely abandoning my Aster generally as a PNG tuber. Which means I will probably not be able to stream with a PNG tuber for a while, or use a gacha version. So this might be the last stream I do as Aster before I go on a break, because I will also be attending a new school, which means I will now only stream on weekends probably, or not every weekend probably, depends when I have time, as I will be having different living conditions, and I have not really talked about that yet, so I thought I'd address that. As for my alt insignia, that will change as well to a different one, because I want to. Moon is staying in my name. Vio and Star are no longer particularly staying. So I know on the internet generally will go by Nebu, Blade, or I think I kept Moon. I'm not sure. And Aiko. Aiko goes fine. It goes without saying that, obviously, I will not take lightly to anybody who just does not agree to this rule. If you didn't know about the rule and you didn't get informed about it yet, you'll get a pass. However, I do not. I take this very seriously, because it's for my own comfort. I generally abandoned the VO name in the online spaces a while ago, but I keep it IRL, but no longer on the internet, if that makes sense. That is for obvious reasons. Some of the nicknames it came with, generally, I guess, also played a part in that. But that's pretty much all I want to get over in terms of the serious topic. I will be finishing the background, and sort of the outline for this. I actually gave my other type of markers a chance for this drawing. A type of markers I really don't know how to work with well, so I'm really hoping, I was really hoping it would turn out fine, and it did. I'm liking the results that I have now. It's not my best drawing, as obviously I have not quite learned how to work with these markers yet. There are a lot more bleed through than the rest, and I obviously don't have artist paper, so I use stuff you put in printers, typical stuff to draw. So obviously it's going to bleed through. But yes, I have finished the drawing. I'm going to pick up on the camera. Oh god, it's not picking up on the camera well at all. Okay. It looks a lot more shaded. I realize I just really can't get that shown in the camera. But yes, that is all I have worked on right now, so I will be moving on to games. I feel like I should do some Roblox. I also have Genshin now, so I'll probably do that first. because Genshin on my laptop really works fine. I really want to know if streaming it will work, because I have not tried streaming it yet, actually, which is ironic since I've gotten Genshin a while ago. Shall we do that? Give me a second. I just need to put it away, and I need to lean forward for that, and yeah, no face reveal. Yes. Cleaning up ASMR shit, I swear. If my backpack falls out of here, I'm gonna combust. It's fine. My school backpack doesn't like me. In terms of content creation, that's gonna go awry. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. I'm probably gonna be more an artist and posting like time lapses rather than actual animations. That might change. However, for now, that is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna take down my. I'm not gonna take down my laptop. I forgot. I didn't bring my controller. BRB. Got my controller. There we go. It is gonna be painful a little bit saying goodbye to the good old Asta. However, I am fine with that. I personally don't think I have any shape for this. I switched personas a while ago, clarified Asta wasn't a persona multiple times. So, yes, I should not be feeling guilty for this. As personally, I think I got the rights to change my persona at will. How did my Xbox turn on? I didn't even plug it in. Well, of course I got updated. So I tried to get ZZZ, Zenless Zone Zero, for PC. Didn't go well. I really like it. I've been playing it on my Space Available. Yeah, I'm missing 20. It's fine. So I've really been enjoying it. It's really cool. I've been playing it on my Xbox. I will probably try to fix the Xbox streaming issue where you can't hear me. We'll probably do it the same way I usually did with the easy method of simply just streaming it on 2 separate Discord accounts. I'm apparently connected to my controller, but apparently not. How does that work? Okay, whatever. So yes, we're gonna start off with Genshin, unless, well, it's updating, so I might as well start off with Roblox first. Because it's not willing to cooperate at the moment. And everything's lagging. One thing people also might question, what does that mean? What does that mean for my Detroit game file? That, my friends, means I will kind of delete that one and continue my own progress.
because that's what I will be doing. Been thinking about doing that for a while. Just, yeah. I had a reason not to. But now I have a reason. Every reason to do that. So I'm gonna end this stream and I still